What is up, everybody? Patty Schnee here again today, back at it again with another video. And today I'm going to be reviewing Tool's latest single, Fear Inoculum. I believe it's been about 13 years coming, is what I heard the last time they dropped an album. So this single has been a long time coming. Now, to tell you the truth, I am not necessarily a huge Tool fan. I have listened to at least two of their albums. I don't know if I've listened to Enema all the way through, but I've heard Lateralis and 10,000 Reasons, I'm pretty sure, all the way through. And for me, Tool has always been kind of maybe good background music. Both times that I was listening to those albums, I was listening to them in the background while I was working on my graphic design work at school, and it wasn't necessarily anything that really caught my attention in a catchy way. I don't think Tool music necessarily ever has super good hooks that really sink their claws into you. Most of it's really floaty sounding, and Lateralis is definitely very Egyptian-ish sounding. But to tell you the truth, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on this band, but I just wanted to give you a few of my opinions on the band coming into this single. I think this single definitely does sound like a lot of what they did on Lateralis. This single is very floaty. It kind of passes by. It's very long, which kind of makes it hard to review because if you want to listen to the song 4 times in order to kind of get your bearings on it, you got to sink 40 minutes of your life into this one song, and 40 minutes is what a normal album would be for an artist. I mean, albums range from 35 to an hour, but 40 minutes is right in that sweet spot of what a normal album would be for an artist, and to have to, sink that much time into a Tool song when I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of them, you understand why it's kind of but I'd probably say the biggest critique I have about this song is just that it doesn't have a distinct hook. Now, that's kind of a preference for me. I like my songs to have distinct hooks that kind of help you come back to them. And while this song doesn't necessarily have a distinct hook, that doesn't make it bad, but it's just my preference. I like something that I can sing along to, lyrics that get stuck in my head. And with Tool music, the lyrics don't necessarily get stuck in your head. And honestly, I don't really listen to Tool music for the lyrics very often, if at all. I honestly just listen to Tool music for the instrumentals. They're nice sounding instrumentals. And let's just hop into the lyrics. I think the lyrics are well written, but a lot of the times Tool uses a lot of language that's like trying to be higher up and trying to be, sounds very fancy, you know what I'm saying, like Contagion and and it's really just kind of far out, and you're like, well, I personally like music that's a little more down to earth. But I think what the song is getting at is pretty much being consumed by fear. I mean, the song is called Fear Inoculum, so duh. And it's kind of comparing fear to poison, which it pretty much is. Fear is a poison in people's lives. And so in that respect, I kind of like that subject. Music is very subjective, so that's kind of what I got out of the lyrics. But if you got something different, put it down in the comments below and we'll discuss about it. Anyways, I'm not necessarily going to rate this song because like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Tool and I'm not a huge expert on their music. But yeah, those were a few of my thoughts on the latest Tool single. I would also like to say that this Tool song, like I said, it kind of floated by. But I think towards the end is where it got really interesting, when they started bringing in guitar tones and they started really adding in a lot more, a little bit of guitar work, and it really just energized the song a little bit more. Before then, it was just kind of do-do-doom, ding, but I guess that's how most Tool music really is. Also, I think that the guitars throughout the song, until maybe the end, sounded a little programmed. It didn't necessarily sound like a human being was playing them, although probably was. Although I do think that programmed kind of sound works with the song and probably works with the sound that they were going for. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the latest Tool single. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for more content like this coming soon. I do reviews, I do covers, I do all that jazz. So hit me up. I'll catch you later. Peace out.